ready, just have a little listen in. Today's session, similar to stuff we've been doing in the past couple of sessions with me, I've decided to make it a little bit more easy on you. From the feedback, I know it's been pretty hard, but hopefully it'll still keep challenging you. It's a lot of continuous stuff, lots of touches, a couple of different challenges. For those that have been in here for the last 5-10 minutes or so, they already know what the first challenge is going to be. All about that juggling, kind of building off what we've been doing with myself and the other coaches. So trying to get plenty of touches in early, then continuing that throughout the session. Okay, so all it's going to be, if you have a read of it, and obviously as it says, younger and older players. My older players, if you're not comfortable doing it without the bounce, feel free to add in that bounce. Okay, and obviously for my younger players, if the bounce is too easy for you, feel free to jump it up and do it without the bounce. Okay, so all it's going to be, you got that 4 juggles minimum. Okay, so all it's going to be, you're keeping that ball up with your feet, using your thigh, whatever body part you want, obviously just not your hands. Once you get to that number that you're comfortable, flick the ball up in the air. Whilst it's in the air, you're going to bend over, pick up the cone, and if it bounces, then get it going again. If you keep it on the full, you just keep that going, add in 4, drop it, and kind of keep that continuously going. So you're going to try and count how many times you can do it consecutively without it taking either 2 bounces, or obviously if you are doing it without a bounce, if it bounces, then you will restart it. Okay, so I'll do it with you. So if you get confused by what I've just said, you can obviously watch me for a little bit. I would like to say that I'm good at it, but then I'll be lying to you. Okay, so feel free to laugh at me when you get tired and have a watch. But I'll start my watch for 2 minutes. We'll get this going, and then we'll get our warm up and our footwork on the way, and then we'll crack on with the rest of the session. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. Obviously, if you haven't already, mute yourself, and if you need to ask a question or anything throughout the session, feel free to do so. Just shout out, unmute yourself, and ask any questions that you may or may not have. Okay, so get yourself a ball, get yourself some space. Okay, so I said palms on the ground. Okay, let that ball bounce. And you go 1, 2, 3, 4, bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. Okay, keep that going for as long as you can. So I'm at 2. Okay, or I've already taken 2 bounces, then I'll restart. Okay, and obviously for the ones that are more confident, okay, you might go 1, 2, 3, 4, knock it up. Nope. And keep it, get it going a little bit quicker. And obviously the more comfortable you get, the faster you'll be able to go with it. Okay, so I'm going to start that 2 minutes now. Off you go. Obviously if you are inside, you're probably going to be restricted to doing it with a bounce. Obviously don't kick it too high. Don't be breaking any chandeliers or lights and getting your parents sending me any angry emails, because I promise you I can't afford to pay for it.
Phone is almost dead and mine's not working.
Make sure you're keeping track of your numbers. Once we get done with the 2 minutes, I'm going to ask you all to post your scores in there. Okay, so let's see who can get the most. Challenge yourself. I just got 6. Keep going, you got 50 seconds left. Try and make sure you're using both feet as much as you can. Use your thighs if you need to, especially if you're going for that more challenging one. As you flick that ball higher, you might cushion it on the thigh, on the knee, however you feel like it.
So I went to get my cleats and then
10 seconds left. Keep going.
the next thing because Butter's getting heavy because it didn't work.
Next thing's just the warm up. Good, on time. Okay, good stuff. Okay, drop in the chat, drop in how many you got. Okay, so you can look back on it at the end and obviously so I can see what numbers people are getting, see where you're at. Obviously put in there, bounce in your score so I know whether you're doing it without a bounce or not. Obviously not all of you have got your video on there so I can't see all of you. But like I said, good way to get plenty of touch at the start. And obviously as we move forward, if you're practicing by yourself and juggling alone, there's a little challenge that you can do anytime you want. Okay, with that said, let's get underway with our warm-up. Okay, just our usual. Find yourself in some space. Okay, start moving around. Okay, let's go. I've got 30 seconds, just jogging around in your area. If you're inside, might just be in the spot. If you got some room, okay, let's get moving, let's get loose, let's shake it all about. I know the majority of you are probably sat on your couch all day doing nothing, so we'll start to get nice and loose and have a good session.
It's gonna work. It's fine. It's fine. Right here, please. Right now we're taking it.
Get those heels up, kicking your bum. Same thing. If you can move around, move around. If you're in a spot, stand in the same spot. Mute. Yeah, and just into those calf sweeps. 1, 2, 3, little bounce in between. Get nice and low, one foot just in front of the other. Try and brush the ground. Alternatively, if you don't feel it enough, feel free to go on all fours and just walk those calves out. Same thing, 1, 2, 3 and hold. 1, 2, 3 and hold. Personal preference, entirely up to you. Yeah, and on the bounce, just into those forward kicks. Just skip in between. Not for high, just to the point where you just kick it in, feel it in your hamstring. Again, you know your own body, so if you're super flexible, go higher. If you're like me, you probably can't go very high. Yeah, and opposite, okay, backwards, lean forward as we do it, opposite hands, opposite foot. Just slowly kicking them back, feeling it in those hamstrings. Try and get that core engaged as well. Get all those six packs going. Good, into your quad stretch. Little bounce in between. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Make sure we're stretching. Once you get more comfortable into it, get up onto that toe. Once you hold it, stretch as high as you can. Really feel it in that quad. Try and hold that balance. Into your forward lunge, one leg forward, just twisting it across. Okay, try and push that bottom down to the ground. Your knee that is on the ground, you just kiss it almost. Make sure you're not cheating and sitting down there. That front knee, try and keep it to the point where it's in line with your big toe. Don't go over it, don't overextend it. Yeah, last couple, just on the side shuffle, just changing every 2. Give it some forwards, going some backwards. Again, just getting our ankles nice and loose. Lots of dribbling, lots of touches tonight. So the more loose that we are, quicker we can react, the better we will be. And our last one, just single leg hops. You're just gonna make a square going one way on your right foot. So just 1, 2, 3, back to the start, then the same on the left foot. Okay, just alternating every time. Make yourself a little house. 5 little points, play a little hexagon. Or pentagon, whichever one it is. I should go back to school. Maybe you can all teach me. Good, and relax. Okay, get yourself a little drink. If you need anything else stretched individually, again, you know your own bodies. Marcelo doesn't need any more stretches, he's ready. Good, next one, once you get that drink, all you're gonna see is obviously we've got the 4 cones out. So onto our agility. Okay, getting our footwork going. It's gonna be 5 minutes continuous. Again, the majority of you have been in most of the sessions or have at least done part of this as part of your shield training already. So it should be fairly simple. 2 feet, obviously being that's gonna be 2 feet in each cone. Our side shuffle is when we're gonna go through it laterally, driving 2 feet in each of them. Drive those knees, keep that chest up nice and straight. Our slalom will be down nice and low in between each one. As our backwards slalom will be going in between each of the cones. And then our forwards backwards will be going in and out of each of the cones. Okay, I may need to bring my cones closer so you can see them. But get yourself set at your bottom cone, about to get ready. And I'll tell you as we go into each one, when we will change. We got 15 seconds and we'll get going. Okay, like I said, starting with that first one, just going forward, just 2 feet in each. 5 minutes continuous work. Obviously your recovery is on that run on the way back. Ready, and off we go, 2 feet in each. Let's go as quick as you can through the cones. Nice slow recover on the way back. As soon as you hit that cone, just accelerate as fast as we can again. Let's start to get that sharpness back and that speed. If you're using cones, really challenge yourself. Keep those feet nice and narrow in between each cone. Try not to stand at the side of them. Exaggerate it. Obviously, if you've got more cones, feel free to make it longer. Last 10 seconds, keep it going. Good, and straight into that side shuffle. Okay, so you're gonna face one way, driving those knees up, chest up, straight, and then just gonna go back in that opposite direction, so we're working both sides. Both feet will step in each one. Notice I'm always light on my toes. My feet are never flat-footed. Halfway through, keep it going. Last 10, keep putting it in. Remember, and again, thinking for the next one, we're moving into our slalom. In 3, 2, 1, get nice and low, just shuffling our way through it. Good, and just jog it on the way back. Okay, get nice and low each time. Again, everything's on the balls of our feet. Try not to plant that foot, be changing direction every time. Just once more. Last 10, keep it going. Good, and the same thing, but we're going it backwards. Okay, make sure we're planning on each one. Okay, that's as much as the backwards run. Try not to kick the cones like the dummy that I am. Okay, shake that shoulder as you go through, nice and low, and then just jogging it normally on the way back. Slackers. Keep it going, got 90 seconds more work in here. 20 seconds on this one. Good, and into our last one. Just touch into each one, just forwards and back, just quick movements. Just one little step in each one. Try and keep it going the whole time if you can. Okay, you got 10 seconds. Keep putting it in, then we get a drink. Keep going all the way through. Can you get 2 more reps through? Good, and relax. Okay, so have a little drink. Have a wander in for the next one so you can have a little read before we get into it. Okay, your cones will stay in the same format. Obviously, my little man will get going in just a second. He'll start demoing it once I've done talking. Okay, so you can follow him, okay, as he's weaving in and out of those cones. Just very, very simple. Okay, as you'll see, we've got our setup on the side. So we've got our right foot only for the first set, our left foot only, our right foot and left foot, so using both feet to go in and out, our sole roll, our iniesta, and our toe taps. Okay, so obviously the first 3 are very self-explanatory. As we get into them, I will demo them for the first 20 seconds or so you can watch them if you forget. The sole roll, the iniesta, and the toe taps, I'll quickly show you. Okay, so make sure you're at your screen right now so you can see exactly what I mean. So when we go into the sole roll, all it's going to be is you'll start at the bottom, you'll come forward, you're just going to roll it across to your right, touch forward to the left, roll it across to the left, touch forward to the right, roll the right, forward to the left, and across to the left. Okay, so obviously just whichever direction you go is the way that you're going to roll that ball. Okay, and obviously you will not go at the speed that I just did because that was grandma speed. Okay, our next one is our iniesta. Okay, so for those that don't know, his move is just coming across, shifting that ball from one foot to the other. So I'm going to start that bottom cone, shift it left to right, forward, right to left, left to right, right to left, and then you're just going to jog it back around again, and then we go into it. Okay, if you need to get more familiar with that one, feel free to start that one off by just going from side to side, just shuffling that ball. Notice how it's not a pass forward, I'm just going one foot to the other. Okay, so I'm leaving the ground with each touch. And that final one, which will get your legs burning. Yeah, you're just bouncing that ball around each of the cones. In and out of each cone, and then working it back on the way back. Okay, like I said, if you don't understand those from them, I'll give it a demo for the first 20 seconds in each of the one. And obviously, if you still have any questions after that, feel free to shout out. I'll coach you as much as I can, but I don't like to single you out as much on these videos. Okay, so get ready. We're going in 15 seconds. Start that ball at the bottom cone. Right foot only. 5 seconds. Ready? And off we go. Right foot only. 60 seconds. Let's go. Just using inside and outside of the foot. Going through just on that right. If this is your stronger foot, make sure you're going as fast as you can. If it's your weaker foot, get more confident as you go through it. Make sure your cones are about a yard apart. If they're too close and you hit them every time, make it a little bit easier. If they're too wide apart, obviously make them a little bit smaller. Good, and straight into that left foot. Off we go, left foot only. Again, same rules apply. If you're left-footed, I want you to see you flying through it. If it's your weaker foot, okay, don't mean that you get to walk yourself through it. Okay, as soon as you get in the rhythm, let's start getting some speed with it. I'm definitely not left-footed, but I will certainly go for it. And then, like I said, as you get into it, you can get that a little bit quicker using the inside and the outside of our foot. Just left foot. Anyway. Keep it going, last 10 seconds. Good, and into using both feet. As you go right, use that right one. As you go left, use that left one. Using both feet to get through it as quickly as we can. Don't just go back to using your predominant foot. Make sure you're using both of them. Going through it however you want to. Okay, well done into those sole rolls. So again, so you're coming forward, roll it with the right, touch forward to the left, roll it with the left, touch forward to the right, roll with the right, touch forward to the left, roll it with the left. Okay, so it's a touch and a roll each time. Challenge yourself, see how long you can go without touching one of the cones. Obviously, as always, the defenders are the cones in this drill, so don't get too close to them. Remember, when you're rolling it through with that right foot, you're using the sole of your foot, the ball of your feet. You're touching it forward, rolling it, touching it forward, rolling it, and just continuous in that same fashion. Good, into our Iniesta, start that bottom cone, start that ball on your left foot, shift it to the right and come forward, shift it to the left and come forward, to the right and forward, to the left and forward, and dribble it on the way back. Again, if you can't do it, if this is the first time you're getting used to it, feel free to spend the next couple of seconds just shifting it from one foot to the other. Again, notice how I'm always on the balls of my feet. Just shifting it from side to side. It's almost like a little jump as you're kicking it across. So if you're not comfortable going through the cones, just find yourself in some space. Totally fine with you using the full 60 seconds to do so if you need to. And if you still don't get it, after the session, search Iniesta on YouTube and you'll find a masterclass on there. Good, into our last one, our toe dancing all the way through. Let's go. Around each cone, dragging it forwards and backwards. Valencia. Last 15 seconds, keep it going, then we get a rest. Good, and relax. You got 60 seconds to rest. We've got 2 more sets in here. As you'll see, you've got a 30-second set and a 15-second set. So each time it's going to be a bit more about speed. That one was more getting you used to it, the rhythm, getting those touches in. Then we're going to make it a little bit more competitive and game realistic by adding in the speed. Okay, so you got 45 seconds. If you don't need a drink, just be juggling, get some touches, practice that Iniesta, practice your soul rolls if you're not getting it. Okay, like I said, for those that still haven't got the Iniesta one, you're just shifting from side to side. Get those touches forward. You got 20 seconds. Good, get yourself ready on that bottom cone. We're gonna go through 30-second sets. Ready? 3, 2, 1. On that right foot, off we go. Just all right foot. Just dribbling in and out, using those inside of the foot, outside the foot, whichever part you want. Just going on that right foot. Good, into that left foot, same thing. Any touches you can, just getting in and out of those cones. Everything's a little bit quicker this time, so it's only 30 seconds. Get as many reps in as you can. Yeah, Marcelo, just same thing, just on the left foot. Using outside and inside. 10 seconds left. Good, your next one just into using both feet. Outside and inside, whatever you want. Use it right and left, not just your dominant foot. Either way, inside or outside, soul roll, whatever you want. Halfway through that one, keep it going. That's it, you dictate your own speed. Good, into your soul rolls. Remember, comes forward, roll it across, comes forward, roll it across. Keep that going throughout. You want all your feet to sweep it across. Good, into your Iniesta. Shift it from one foot to the other. Exaggerate it. Try and get a little bit more off the ground each time. As that ball comes across and hits that other foot, you're almost stopping that ball dead. You're thinking you're just shifting it from one way to the other. Get past that defender each time. Good, and into your final one, those toe attacks, forward and backwards around those cones. Try and get that spring in your steps, you don't have to stop. Last one, then you get 30-second break, 20 seconds left. Last 5, keep putting it in. Good, and relax, 30-second rest. There we go, one more time through. Each one will just be 15 seconds in this next one. So everything's gonna be at your absolute game pace, fast as you can, trying to get past as many of those defenders as we can. Okay, it'll be the exact same 6 little steps that we just went through. I'll just quick fire them out. Right foot into your left foot, into both feet. Soul rolls, Iniesta, and those toe dabs. Okay, you got 5 seconds till we go. Okay, get yourself ready at that bottom cone. Ball's on that right foot only. Off we go, quick as you can, 15 seconds. Inside and out. Just 90 seconds of work, so don't be stopping for any rest in this one. Good, onto your left foot, off we go. Inside and out. Quick as you can, keep that speed going. Good, feel free to use both feet. Quick as you can, inside and out, 15 seconds. Nice and quick, weave in and out of those defenders. Good, into your solo rolls, let's go. Quick as you can. See if you can get through it, forward and back. That's it, it's game pace, making it as fast as we can. Good, into your Iniesta, let's go, 15 seconds, keep it going. Shift it from foot to foot. Good, and into our last one, our toe taps, let's go. Put it in all the way through, 15 seconds. Fantastic, fantastic, finish the one you're on, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, so have a drink and have a walk in. Okay, fantastic work. Okay, I know it's often hard when you're working by yourself. That's obviously why we're getting in those different seconds, those different length of workouts, trying to just keep that speed as game realistic as we can, whilst we know you're chasing around those dandelions in your garden. Okay, your next one with your 4 cones, make sure you can see the screen so you can see the setup. Okay, this will be your last little bit of dribbling, okay, and your last little bit of cardio. So you're going to be setting it up into a diamond. Okay, it's very simple. I'm going to do my cones in a second. So obviously take yourself 20 seconds or so, set up in the diamond. Okay, again, if you've got plenty of space in your garden, feel free to do about, from your first cone, go about 5 yards outwards, and then obviously another 5 yards to that top one. If you're inside and you've got limited room, obviously you just may do like yourself, like mine just behind me. Obviously I've made it smaller so you can see, make the most of the area that you have. Okay, the bigger the better, so you can get more game realistic and a bit more cardio. Okay, so as you can see, my little man, he's showing you how it goes. Okay, you're just gonna choose which side you go to. So you might go to the left first, on the next one you go to the right first. Okay, so I'll walk it through so you can see. I'm starting at the bottom, going out to my right. I then go all the way across to the left, and I'm up to the top before I go straight back down the middle. Okay, you'll see under the little man, every single attack will start with a little Iniesta. So I'm going out to the right, I'm shifting it from left to right. It's a quick little dribble around. I'm going all the way across, all the way to the top, making sure I'm using both feet. And that final one is a quick sprint. Okay, stop the ball dead. We then go out the other way. Same thing, quick as we can, getting around each of those cones, up to the top, and it's a big touch. Stop, and obviously I'll go again on my right. Okay, for set 2, when we add in the V-turn, the only difference is that when I get to the cone, I'm shifting across, I get in, drag it back with that inside foot and touch it across, dribble, drag it back, across, and up to the top, before again, I finish with that big sprint back. And as you can imagine for the L turn, it's the same thing. So I'm coming across, I'm in, this time it's my outside foot that I'm working, drag it back, touch across, touch, drag it back, touch across, up to the top, around that defender, and I'm back home, and I go the other way. Okay, as always, I will demo it for each one. As you'll see, we got three different sets, 3 different exercises. We'll do each one for 30 seconds, straight into the next one, straight into the next one, 30 seconds rest, and then we go again. Okay, so get yourself the ball, get yourself starting at that bottom cone. Remember to do that Iniesta before each one. Okay, any questions, let me know. First one is just very quick, simple, dribble around each of the cones as quick as you can in that pattern. Ready, going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Quick as you can. Good, add in that V-turn. So you're across from that Iniesta. Inside foot drags you back and touches across. Inside foot across. Back round. And back to the start. Keep it going, keep it going. Like I said, the clock won't stop each time. Okay, change it to that L turn. Remember, for that L turn, you're dragging it back with the balls of your feet, touch across to the inside. Back and across. Keep it going, 10 seconds. Good, and relax, 30-second rest. Okay, like I said, it's just short and sweet. We've got 3 times through. Okay, so if you're confused on those turns, just watching it as you go through. Like I said, that V-turn, ball your foot, it's back, you touch it on the outside. So outside of your hips, so it's back, inside foot, outside of those hips. Okay, so it's back and across. For the L turn, it's the balls of your feet, you're dragging it back and touching across to the inside of your foot. Okay, ready? And off we go, dribble, just using your feet, just dribbling, no special turns, just following that stick man, starting at the bottom. Just go as quick as you can. Don't forget that Iniesta before each one. Shifting that ball from side to side. Ten seconds. When we add in the V-turn on the next one, remember the starred circles on my screen are where you do the turn. Ready, add in that V-turn. Off we go. Just on the starred ones. Ten seconds left, keep it going. Next one's the same thing, just with that L turn. Make sure we're adding in the turns, don't get lazy. Good, off we go, into the L turns. So every time you get to those outside cones, you're just putting in that L turn with the outside foot. Good, I'm relaxed, 30-second rest. Hey Marcelo, you got a question? No? 20 seconds. Keep it going, then we got our last set. Keep putting in that work. Like I said, don't get lazy. Make sure we add in that Iniesta before each one and are exaggerating our turns as we get to each cone. Got 5 seconds and we go. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Speed dribble, get around those cones as quick as you can. The only turn is that first Iniesta.
I don't know what to do.
Just do the same thing.
You're just dribbling in that same pattern, Marcelo. If in doubt, follow my stick man. I think he's fitter than all of us right now. Good, into those V-turns. Start the Iniesta, you're out. Inside foot does the V-turn 4 times. this one and that one. Where you're going to tap. See this one. Right back. Touch it across the inside of your foot. Good. On to that L turn. Last 30 seconds in here. Keep putting it in. That's it. That L turn is a drag back and a touch across the inside foot. And relax. Fantastic. Get yourself a drink. Okay, so we're going to finish with 2 challenges. Okay, your first one is your fitness challenge. Okay, your second one will be the juggle challenge that we started at the beginning of the session. So as you'll see, the current setup has changed again slightly. Okay, again, make do of whatever spacing that you have within your area of training. Okay, so if you can, okay, I want at least that 7 yards. So you got that bottom of your base. Okay, just take it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, pop that cone down. I'll bring it back so you can actually see my screen. You know I'm not cheating. And if you're inside and you're limited to maybe only a 3-yard square or smaller, you just do it twice each time and that'll count as 1. Okay, so don't be thinking you're slacking out of the cardio. Okay, so all it's going to be, okay, to start with, okay, you got just simply stand on that bottom cone. You're going to accelerate to the top, touch that cone, come straight back. Okay, once you get back, it's a squat, it's a burpee, and then we go again. Okay, you're going to add a rep in each time. So it's 2 minutes continuous, and it's going to be a challenge to see who can do the most squats and burpees by the end. Okay, so I'll demo it just for the next little bit so you can see exactly what I mean. So you're going to start at the bottom cone. Okay, you're going to accelerate forward, get down and touch it. We get back. Okay, 1 squat. We get down, press up, bring those feet up, jump high, and I'm straight back into my next sprint. Okay, I'm back. 1, 2. We get down. I got 2 push-ups. And I'm jumping, and I'll go again for my second burpee. Okay, so see how many you can get in there. Okay, I will do it with you. And it's a big challenge, okay? If anyone beats me, I'll buy you dinner, okay? No cheating, okay? You gotta be honest. Okay, so it's 2 minutes. Ready? I'll give you another 20-second rest because it's gonna be hard work. You ready? So get yourself set at that bottom cone. The jacket's coming off because I'm doing it serious. I'm not buying anyone dinner. Going in 5. And go. Keep it going, halfway through. Last 20. Thank you so much. The rest, type in your number. And get a drink. Let's see what numbers we're getting in here. 13, Van.
You're sweating.
13 burpees. Think you're fibbing to me. Jack, I like it on 8. I'm sweating, so I know you're all sweating.
I did 13.
13.
Nice and 20.
Beast mode. I like it, Marcelo. All right. Okay, last 2 minutes. Once you get your breath back, same thing at the start. Juggle challenge, 4 touches, pick down, get that cone.
Wait, Nathan, how many did you get?
Oh, at least 25.
I'm not sure
I got
about
to
that
8.
one.
Is this it, Austin?
Amelia got 13.
13, what a beast. I think some people might have cheated and did it differently. But anyway, so your 2 minutes starts in 5 seconds. See how
No,
many?
no, he got 16. Oh no.
Off we go, 2 minutes.
It's 14 feet long.
See how many cones you can pick up in continuous run.
Sprinting back and forth.
You're juggling. Try and get 4 pickups. Watch as I'm picking up. I'm going. Bounce. Try and pick that cone up. Keep it going. Last 60 seconds, and then we're done for the night. This is just your recovery and your challenge. You need to take a bounce on a juggle for it. Last 30 seconds. Good, I'm timed. Have a walk in case I have a drink, pop your scores in the chat, have a think if you beat your one from earlier. Like I said, this is a really good drill that you can use whilst you're at home, whilst you're practicing, whilst you're bored. See how many you can get. Like I said, obviously, the more comfortable you'll be able to do it without it bouncing, and that'll be fantastic. Obviously, juggling, I think, is a really, really important thing. For my younger guys that maybe are struggling to keep it up, or just on the volley, just juggling, feel free. Get used to it, just be juggling and let that bounce in between. Okay, get yourself more familiar with getting those touches in. But really good stuff, good session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Worked very hard. I'm gonna watch the video back to see who cheated on those burpees, because I don't believe any of you. Okay, but good stuff. That's the end of the session, so I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night. We'll be back on Friday with Coach Zhao.
Thank you, Nathan.
You're welcome. Have a good night, everyone.
You too. Thank you so much, Nathan.
You're welcome.